Hey crafty friends, this is Jenny from crafttestdummies.com, and today I have a video overview of the new Spellbinders dies, and they're called Majestic elements. Actually, they're not brand new. They came out last CHA, but I'm just getting around to them now and having fun playing with them. So some of them are called Imperial Gold, and they cut, emboss, deboss, stencil, and letterpress, which just means that they've got more levels of dimension. And then the, quote, regular nestabilities still mixes and matches to make 20 plus designs. So rather than your traditional nesting ones, where you just have the same shape but like bigger and smaller, these are different ones that work together to make different die cuts. So specifically today I have gold circles one and resplendent rectangles to show you. So let me move this out of the way and show you some of the die cuts. So they're kind of interspersed. So this is what the dies look like. Here's most of the circles. And you can see that they all nest together when I put them like so. And what's interesting is that not all of them are actually for cutting. I'm missing one little one there. So this outside one has the edge. You can kind of see it on camera. And this one actually will cut. But if you notice, it's got embossing and debossing on both the inner and the outer edges. So that when you cut it, instead of just getting a plain hole, basically, and I don't know if it's going to show up in camera, but you do have like little pinprick dots and little, almost like coin edges around the outside. It just makes a lot more dimension, just like so. But then the next level cuts out swirlies, but it doesn't necessarily cut through the paper. So this one actually does not cut all the way through the paper. It only cuts out the little pinpricks. This one has cuts interior and exterior, and I will show you what some of those look like. So, because it sounds like I'm just speaking a foreign language. So here's one of the ones that cuts around the outside, like this. But you can see this one really only cuts the outside. It would be solid if I didn't use this one nesting in at the same time. So by putting these two together, what you get is this cut. And you can see how detailed it is. And again, it also has that embossing and debossing all the way around. So now I want to show you what a detail of this interior cut looks like. So this die actually makes this cut. And again, it would be solid on the inside unless you use the next level in. So that's why you can kind of mix them and match them to actually make bigger and smaller cuts. But they're very intricate. You can see here again, I didn't have to use an embossing pad too, which I think is what's impressive about this system, is that instead of having to cut it and then run it back through to emboss it, it actually does it all in one step. One hint, and this is why I have this sitting out for you. This is deli wrap. Make sure that you use it when you're cutting with these fine, intricate dies. Look at how detailed and intricate that is. So if you just run this through, your paper is going to kind of get stuck in here and you're going to spend 15 minutes poking it out with a toothpick. Instead, use a piece of wax paper or deli wrap and it will pop out along with your die, and you can even see the deli wrap gets a beautiful cut. I think I'm going to have to put this in an art journal because it's really just so pretty and lacy. So, also, let's go ahead and take a little look at some of the rectangles. You can see this is really sizable. This is a big die, and it will run through your Cuttlebug, your Vagabond, your ebosser. That's what I was using. So what's nice is that it's big, but it's not so big that you can't use different machines. And let me show you what this one looks like when you cut it out. Because, oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? And I used like a little glittery cardstock. And then I also used the die that nests inside, like so, to get the inside cut as well. And that's what the inside cut looked like. So again, you can really mix and match. It's really, really intricate. I think that this is actually maybe even a little nicer than an electronic die cutter would do. And it will cut, obviously, glitter paper, watercolor paper, cardstock, textured cardstock. This is a little thicker. This is almost like cereal box, cardboard, embossed cardstock. This is the medium mixage metal. It will not cut through that, just so you know, but it will emboss it, and it's gorgeous, but it won't cut it all the way through, just so you know. Now, one other little thing is I highly recommend, if you're going to use this system, go ahead and invest in the magnetic mat. You're going to want the magnetic mat so that when you put your dies down to nest them, to cut both the outside, and if you wanted to cut the inside, like this magnetic mat will keep things from sliding around. Then you can put your paper over the top, add a little bit, I sometimes add a little piece of washi tape just to keep it from sliding around too much. But for example, that yields this cut when it comes out. So I cut both the outside and the inside edges. So really, really fun, beautiful, detailed cuts. Magnificent, lovely, durable, and fun. So whether you're using the Imperial Gold, which embosses and debosses, or you're using just the regular nestabilities, this Majestic elements, though, are the ones that are so very detailed and awesome. So here's a little thing too. Today is July 5th, 2013. I have an extra set of this to give away over on my blog at www.crafttestdummies.com. If you are watching this between July 5th and July 14th, head on over and enter to win your very own set. There it is. Isn't that gorgeous? Imperial Gold, and it can be yours if you visit me at crafttestdummies.com. So thank you so much for watching the overview. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. It's like giving me a tip. Also, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, we'd love to have you, because all we do is crafty goodness all the time. So thank you so much for watching, and have a crafty day.